What's up, guys? Back with another video. And today, this is a big week. We got Kai Kara-France fight week. As you guys know, Kai Kara-France just came off a big win against Cody Garbrandt at UFC 269. I was actually in attendance at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. And, I'm a super big fan of Kai Kara-France, guys. This guy is probably my top 5 favorite fighters. I was first introduced to him when he fought Brandon Royval on Fight Island, the same fight card, I believe, as Adesanya Costa. He lost that fight, but something just stuck out about him that just made me go back and watch some of his other fights. And I watched his Brandon Moreno fight. I watched his Alex Pantoja fight. I really liked the dude, I just feel like I resonated with him. Like, I just started following him on Instagram, and, I was just one of those fighters you're just drawn to. I like his personality. I think he has a good head on his shoulders. He's not a super big, like, talk crap guy, but he'll back it up if he needs to. I'll never forget when at the UFC 269 press conference, it looked like Sean O'Malley and Cody Garbrandt were kind of going back and forth at each other, and then when Kai and Cody squared off, he said, "Hey, don't focus on Sean, focus on me." And then that's just the type of person Kai Kara-France is. But he's in for a tough test, man. Kai's in for a tough test. Askar Askarov, number 2 flyweight, elite fighter, has a bunch of skills, can grapple really well. He goes for finishes when the fight gets to the ground. Kai does tend to struggle a little bit with heavy grapplers. When you look at his fight with Bontarine, how Bontarine got him to the ground and kind of held him down there for about 4 minutes before Kai could get back up and land the finishing sequence. But this is a tough fight for Kai, dude. If you know Askar Askarov, you know how well-rounded he is. But something is just telling me that this is Kai Kara-France's time, I just believe that this is Kai Kara-France's time. Maybe I'm biased. Maybe, maybe he gets his butt kicked. But I just think something about him running it back with Brandon Moreno, or him fighting Figueiredo. I just think that he could be the face of the flyweight division. He could be the most marketable fighter in the flyweight division, I believe. I believe outside of Brandon Moreno, I believe Kai Kara-France is more marketable than Deiveson Figueiredo. Obviously, Brandon Moreno has the whole country of Mexico behind him, so that's why he became such a big star. But I do believe that Kai Kara-France has that marketability to be a top-level champion at flyweight. And, the cards just need to stack together. This is a tough test. I do believe this is a tougher test for him than it would be to just go ahead and fight Figueiredo. Kai's got heavy hands, man. He can find a KO shot. If he can find, if Askar wants to stand and strike, and he can put Askar out, But yeah, this is definitely a title eliminator at flyweight. This is, all the marbles are on the deck for this one. The winner of this is going to go fight Figueiredo. And I have a feeling, I think the UFC is hoping that Kai can win this fight, because I really do think the UFC is seeing what I'm seeing, that, Kai is more marketable. And although, the best fighter is going to win, the UFC, and I tell you guys all this all the time, the UFC has certain people that they're hoping will win because they can push them more, because they're more easily marketable than other fighters, especially fighters that speak English already. As their first language, it's a lot tougher for the fighters who don't speak English to get more marketable than the fighters who do speak English. So I do believe that Kai Kara-France is the most marketable fighter outside of Brandon Moreno. And he has a tough fight. If I were to predict, my mind says Askarov by decision, but my heart says Kai Kara-France by knockout. And I do think if this is Kai Kara-France's time, I do think he'll finish Askar Askarov with a knockout. I do believe that if this is his time, he will finish Askar Askarov. But if Askar Askarov comes out there with a solid game plan like he always does, and gets the fight to the ground and works and edges out a decision, I can see that happening as well. I just feel as if something about this time right now for Kai Kara-France is his opportunity. So we'll just see. But, I'm pulling for Kai. Obviously, I'm a little bit biased because I really like Kai, but I'm pulling for Kai Kara-France, man. And this is going to be a hell of a fight, a hell of a co-main, or it might be the co-main slot or the second or third fight on the card. But it'll be a hell of a fight at Columbus, Ohio, and we're rooting for you, Kai. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna do Curtis Blades versus Dawkins tomorrow.